Licensing Authority, the FLA, had a media briefing this morning. The FLA has been in the news for the wrong reasons for quite some time now, including recently. And they had a media briefing this morning, and our reporter, Heikel Nunes, just covered that. I gather, Heikel, there are some developments out of that media briefing of the Firearms Licensing Authority, the FLA?
Yes, Mr. Hughes. Good morning to you and good morning to the listeners. The press conference is still on, but I stepped outside just to brief the nation on what's happening. The FLA, they're saying that they've stayed silent on the matter for too long, and it has reached a point now where they have to address it. They mentioned that currently there is a collaborative effort from past members of the board, past board members who are attacking their integrity. Mr. Darling, the CEO of FLA, he says that Dennis Meadows, the former deputy chairman of the FLA, he is leading that charge against the FLA. Now, what they released is that their prelims, they said that
he named Mr. Meadows. Hold on, yes. He named Mr. Meadows yes. by name.
Yes, he said Mr. Dennis Meadows. He is the person who is leading this charge against the FLA at this point in time. And he cited that the corruption spans from before 2014, around that area where Mr. Meadows had signed off on several documents. And they said that a recent count has revealed that at least 200 persons who were not qualified were granted firearms. These include murderers, persons wanted for shooting intent, rape, and Mr. Meadows was the one who...
Hold on. Let us be very careful here.
Okay.
Michael? Yeah, because this is serious. Yes? Mr. Darling, Shane Darling,
yes,
told the media this in that public forum?
Yes.
He named Mr. Meadows?
Yes, he was the...
And made these allegations against Mr. Meadows?
Yes. He said that even after some of the persons were denied, Mr. Meadows went ahead and signed off on the documents without telling them. He also cited that reggae entertainer. He made one.
No, well, please. This is incendiary. Yes, we have to be careful. Yes, because and I gather this is what the chairman, the CEO, Mr. Darling is the CEO of the Firearms Licensing Authority. But these statements are of serious implications on the character and reputation of the persons he has named.
What he's lamenting is that he's not holding back at this point in time because persons are visiting his home, his office, and he has had to launch an investigation internationally. So the International Authority of California, they are now involved in the investigation and investigation of these persons. He has so far sued one person who is supposed to appear in the Supreme Court based on all the attacks that they're making on his character and the current board. But Mr. Dennis Meadows, I stood and I asked him to clarify. Are you saying that Mr. Dennis Meadows is at the epicenter of this attack? And that is what he said. And that is exactly what he had lamented.
Wow. Well,
he confirmed that because, as you said, these have serious implications. So I did ensure I asked him, are you saying that Mr. Meadows is at it? And he's saying yes, he has launched the social media attacks. And he says, I believe, as a matter of fact, I know that he is the person who is doing this. And he said, he explained, he cited that one more significant detail I want to give before I go.
Yes.
He explained that Jacure, that reggae artist Jacure, who was arrested for 15, who was charged and arrested for rape, he was denied a firearm after he was released. However, according to Mr. Darling, after Jacure was released, he applied for the firearm and he was denied. However, Mr. Meadows signed it after that and approved it without Mr. Jacure going through the appeal process.
Wow.
Because after you're denied, you're supposed to appeal. However, he didn't have to appeal. Mr. Meadows just signed.
Did he present any documentary evidence to support this?
Every evidence that we need, he has it. He took up a paper that he was reading from, and he said that anything that the media needs, they should just call, and he will send it to them, so that they can have it. He explained that approximately $1.2 billion worth of firearms were sold in terms of during that period when Mr. Meadows was there, and the inflow of firearms and approval, it was very large. So the dealers now are against him and the board because they're saying that they are now more strident and the profits are down. So they're not making as much money as they would have made. Well, one last point before I go. He mentioned that the Chinese business couple who was killed in St. Elizabeth, who it surfaced in the media that they had applied for a firearm. He's saying that there are documents to support that they did not apply for a firearm.
Well, let me say very clearly and very quickly here, yes, these are accusations made at a media briefing by the Chief Executive Officer of the Firearms Licensing Authority, who is an attorney at law by training, Shane Darling, making these stunning allegations. If they're true, they are very, very serious. These would be criminal allegations.
Welcome to Grung TV, the entertainment hub for news, views, reviews, and gossip. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on your notification bell.